Hello, my name is City 2 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 3. We have been working on our charcoal production and the byproducts that we get from it. As we can see, we are we're just not producing, just underproducing the charcoal products. It's not running continuously, but we are getting some byproducts for it, for the acetone and all that stuff that we need, the wood vinegar. Eventually we will have distillation towers for each of these. So the wood tar, the wood vinegar, and the wood gas. I just haven't got that crafted up yet. But yeah, there is a lot of like convenient stuff you get from this. There's even more benzene from there if we need it. You know, creosote, phenol for some of our plastics, toluene for our... That's not how you say it, is it? I did look that up, didn't we? I've already forgotten how to pronounce it. Toluene? Something like that. Yeah, and then obviously the wood vinegar, you get acetic acid, acetone, methanol, methyl acetate, which is useful for... There's glue, but there's another one in there somewhere. Or was it the glue? Was that the only thing we use it for? I was thinking, no, polyvinyl acetate. Oh, maybe it is glue. I thought there was something with the palladium line. With the... Maybe I am... Yeah, palladium salt. No, I can't remember. There was something, we mixed something with it. I do remember that. Is it this one? Formic acid, that's what I was thinking. It's that similar color. That's why I was getting that confused. Formic acid? I swear there was something with... no. Yeah, I thought that was it. But, yeah, we'll eventually get this all done. And then our wood gas, again. Methane, hydrogen, ethylene, carbon monoxide, CO2. But yeah, we'll have to get that sorted. I did consider pumping nitrogen into this, because that would actually speed this up. It does produce a little more power. Or it does use a little bit more power, but if we put nitrogen in it, it lowers the processing, so we can do that. But then, like, I don't know if I'm going to be producing enough wood to do that. But I think I really need to, before we kind of like start doing that, and I actually have this turned off at the moment, and I have this switched back on because I'm not running the blast furnace at the moment, so it's just kind of wasting power and wasting oxygen. I think I really need to finish doing this. Obviously, we are... I just kind of set this up as a little bit of a, like, kind of a joke, just to see. We're obviously not producing enough of, like, the CO2 gas from the wood gas that we are getting, so that is definitely not viable at the moment. So I think I need to sort that out. I need to sort out our hydrogen and the nitrogen, kind of like our basic gases, because they are so useful. They're used in a lot of stuff. And if we want to get the nitric acid for our nitrobenzene, which I would like to burn that instead. Yeah, we're going to need to get hydrogen and nitrogen. So I think I'm going to work on that. And I think instead of doing Like, I always go the electrolyze water for the oxygen and stuff. I think we're going to go something a little bit different, because I think we can get hydrogen. There's easier ways to get hydrogen, namely methane. In here somewhere. Where's methane? There, no, that's methanol. There's methane. Yeah, if we electrolyze methane, one thing of methane gas gets you 4 hydrogen and carbon. Like, that is super, super easy. But oxygen, I think maybe we will actually, maybe we'll go the sugar route. I was thinking, because you get, I think it's like 23 buckets of this stuff somewhere in here. 25 buckets. From 32 sugar, you get 25 buckets of oxygen and carbon as well. So I was thinking, yeah, let's get another farm. I don't want to touch the other one, so I'm just going to make my own farm here. And I think, unfortunately, we can't do, what's the, man, I forget what the crop manager. I don't remember the name of it. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a little annoying to craft up, especially these like stainless steel sense blades. They're just kind of annoying. But I think, yeah, I think we'll do that and do a sugar farm. So that's something a little bit different. Now, I think I'm actually going to, I totally just tried to use that as an elevator, but I don't have an elevator down here yet. Ooh. We're also out of, our pump's probably not pumping. I haven't been paying attention to our oil. I'm actually surprised we haven't had to move that yet, to be honest. I feel like that's been running for months. Yeah. So I need to go chuck some cetane diesel in there. Actually, I'll just do that right now. I still haven't sorted that. But this stuff lasts for... Here, I'll put 32 buckets in there. And it just lasts forever. So... Yeah, I'm going to do a farm. And I think I'm actually going to do it, like, underneath the base. To do... So we don't have so many... It's a little bit... Yeah, there we go. Let me just get that done. Yeah, so it's like different layers. I like having multiple layers to the base. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's going to be a nightmare if we stay here and we start getting into lasers and stuff. But yeah, where can we put a large farm? You know, we don't even really need, I don't even think, we don't really need like the biggest. This is like such a big farm. 19 by 19. That is pretty big. I was thinking like maybe like underneath somewhere. Let me think about this. So I've been going back and forth about where I want to place this farm. I thought about placing it underneath here, but unfortunately there is kind of like a slope up. And what I would need to do, since this is, we're going to have a lot of cabling and stuff underneath, I couldn't put it right here because I feel like that would be annoying. So I would have to build a platform down. I think it'd be like one lower. So I have the usual 4 that I like for my like basement, and then I would have to go underneath here again, and then that way if I build this out, it's only like a few blocks up, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I like that. So I'm gonna leave that there because eventually I'm gonna replace that with actual flooring. And then I thought about maybe like over here somewhere, and then I actually ended up putting it underneath because I figure I could also, let me just put this up. I could expand it as needed. I don't have enough reeds right now to make it absolutely huge. And also, I don't know how fast this is gonna grow. So I've kind of done, this used to be a platform for all the oil pipes and stuff that were coming in, and we have moved that. So I have gone ahead and placed this farm. And what I'm thinking is, if I want to expand it, it's actually growing pretty quick. You can see it like growing. It's only 3 stages, and it's one of the fastest crops, which, if you don't know anything about IC2 crops, it's like the best one to level your crops up with, because it grows so fast. So you can, as you're trying to like crossbreed to boost the stats, you can see what the stats are and say, oh, I don't like that. You break it, and then you can start over again, and it grows up to the tier 2, which means you can crossbreed it almost. I mean, I just placed that like 15 seconds before I started recording, so it is going fast. Yeah, and I figured this is kind of like neat and tidy. If I want to, I can always expand out, which I finally got around to upgrading my Matic, and this thing is like super quick. But I figured, yeah, I can like build out and then expand it out here, and then have like the fence that I kind of did with that. So we have like multiple layers in the thing. I thought that actually looked kind of cool. Eventually, if we continue... Really? It got got placed because of the torch. This is going to be replaced with the multi-block, the greenhouse multi-block. But we're not quite there yet. Also, it's kind of annoying placing all these crop sticks, because if you accidentally click on them again, it double places them. So, just from seeing how fast this stuff is growing, I think this is going to be a decent-sized crop farm. But I can also go, what was it, 19? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can do 3 more, which could make it a nice kind of like platform around. But all right, so I got transformer. I really need to get some elevator. I could just do regular elevators. They don't need to be travel anchors. I do have a recipe for this. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. And then I'll put the elevators there. Alright, so we'll do that. And then put that away. Let me just clear out my inventory a little bit here. Yeah, if we get elevators going down here, it's going to make that much easier. So there is that. I do have I have a conveyor on it to pump out into the drawer next to it. Now, I have, like I said, I have no idea how fast we're going to be going through this stuff. And so I'm kind of just setting it up. Oh man, I keep forgetting about that. There's something with this. It draws like multiple amps. It keeps burning up my cables. Does it say on it? No, it just says voltage in. It just, I feel like it draws too many amps. I just need, let's just do that. I don't have a 2x thing, and I'm getting a little low on patterns. I set up all the recipes, I think, for that. Okay, not the the dust and the cable, but almost all of it is we're set up. Yeah, the reason I haven't got this is because this is an MV machine. So I just haven't, I don't want to like move it. There we go. Yeah. I don't know how many amps it draws, but that can output 4 amps because of the transformer. Okay, so I'm thinking storage bus on here is what I was kind of thinking. It's kind of annoying because I do have hover mode on. But that does seem to work even though I'm hovering. All right. I think I have a no, I don't. I had the fluid. That's right. I was like, I thought I had those. But as you can see, I've slowly been adding recipes for everything. So we're getting to the point where it's not too bad. Unfortunately, I still don't have a 2 yet on the to-do list. Probably 24, I think, will be next for the cables. Unfortunately, even with that, though, we won't have the molten rubber going in it. Eventually, it's going to be silicone rubber, not that. But yeah, I'm still doing that, like, kind of manually. Every once in a while, I just throw that in there. And I don't go through it enough for it to be that big of an issue. All right, so I guess I really don't need to be using smart cables for this. It's only one channel. But part of me is like, I don't know if I could deal with it. Because I only use that for when I'm sending power through. I know it's much cheaper. Because every 4 of these requires a circuit. Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. I like having the channels. I like seeing them. Oh. I never set this. There we go. Nope, that's not what I wanted. It stole my dirt. I tried that. I tried the middle click, but that's farmland. It's not dirt. All right. Let's see. I could have done it there. Yeah. See, I like having the channel. I can see that. Okay, so there we go. There is our farm. Yeah, this stuff grows fast. We're already up to 100. So I'm going to continue filling in everything. It's going to take me a second. And then if I want oxygen from it, I'm going to need to, right? We need to macerate it, don't we? Electrolyzer, right? Yeah, electrolyzer. Actually, it's going to be a single block. No! Yeah, having to deal with the single blocks. That's fine. We'll just adjust our... We already have it set up for carbon anyway. I'm going to have to deal with the water. Yeah. But I have to macerate this. So I guess... I'm not going to touch that macerator. We'll just... I'll have to do something over here. And I guess this is not going to be this anymore. That was kind of like our setup. So I think this is going to be... I don't know. Let me figure this out. So this actually wasn't as bad as I was thinking this was going to be. And I've just gone ahead, crafted up another macerator. Pretty easy at this point. And I moved over the electrolyzer just so I wasn't crowding my travel anchor. I thought about putting the macerator there, but I didn't. So, macerator, export bus on the back, exporting sugarcane. And this actually, even with no acceleration cards, inputs fast enough for the recipe, the sugarcane recipe. It takes a second to get there, but it does. So I'm thinking that, but clear that up. I'm gonna add, I think, 2 sets of this recipe since it needs 25. It needs 25 of those to do the recipe. I'm gonna put 2 sets in there and then do that. And then I'm gonna do this. I realized... Oh, actually, I think that's gonna... That might set the... That might, like, act as a filter. What I was trying to say. Yeah, it does. It blocks the... Blocks that. You don't set that. That's just like an item. It's a stack of items. I'll make that a priority, and then hopefully that'll go in there. Yeah. Right. I also need to put a muffler on there. And then we'll pipe these back. I'll just do that. All right, and then it produces the water. And then we are just voiding the water. Yeah, so oxygen and then the water. It's voided into a trash can with the original pump that we had on there. All right, I think that's pretty simple. Now I just need to plant all our stuff there. Yeah, I'll finish planting all our crops. I mean, we don't have anywhere near enough, but actually, I need to, before I... Here, let me turn that off so it stops. Because I need to build up some of the sugarcane. I crafted up a bunch of these conduits. but I don't think I actually need them because the recipe isn't super fast. Oh, we might use them for something else, but I was thinking use item conduits so it pulled the whole stack out at once, but it doesn't feel like it's necessary. All right, let me finish this. So I am still not used to building in the overworld because I keep forgetting about rain and having machines on a flat platform. I just happened to come over here to grab some sugarcane out of there. So I didn't have to like break the dirt to access the storage door. And I looked over and it was like raining right next to this electrolyzer. It wasn't running, so it didn't blow up, or it might have been getting blocked by the trash can. I'm not entirely sure, but you can see I threw up that. But I definitely need to build out some more of this. I think that'll be far enough up. We might have some multi-blocks that are 4 tall, but for the most part it's going to be large chemical reactors. So 3x3s over here. Yeah, and then I'll build kind of something over this. I don't know what. I do like the brick. I don't want to like overdo it with the brick, but it's a bit of a change from the wood. All right, and then next, I think we'll do methane for the hydrogen. Oh man, that's annoying. How would I ever? How am I going to do that? Like, how would I? I guess I will. I don't even know how I would do that. Fluid canner. Like pump the methane into a fluid canner. Maybe keep it stocked 64 methane and then just bounce. But then we end up with more. Honestly, I have no idea how I would even. That is annoying. And I can't do the I can't do the multi-blocks yet. I mean, yeah, stellite. I don't have a thing yet. A blast furnace. Okay, I have done a bit of work here. You can see I am able to export methane into there. Don't have any acceleration cards, might need those. I have gone ahead and built a line up here for the methane. Unfortunately, it is like the very top one. So I had to build a long line of that. I did put it to the side because there is 12 outputs and obviously these can only hold 8. So at some point I'm going to have to switch to dense. So I was like, yeah, we'll put it to the side maybe. All right, and then our benzene, actually, I'm setting that to void. Originally, I had that just to turn off when I was full of benzene, but if I'm not running that solid oxide generator, but now that we are producing oxygen, I could probably switch this back and we'll be fine. But anyway, I have set this up. I moved the carbon because I realized the carbon over here, it didn't need to be over here anyway. That was just where it was when I had my electrolyzer there, so I moved it over here so we could have two separate ones, because I realized trying to share the conduits with hydrogen and oxygen was going to be a nightmare. And plus, I think that kind of just works, actually. Like, this one has a macerator, this has a fluid canner. But, like, they're kind of symmetrical, and I do like symmetrical. Okay, so that will go in there. And I think I'm actually just going to fill up. Just the easiest way, I think, would just be to fill it up with empty cells. So we'll do that. Put like another stack in there, and then when it outputs the 4, it should be completely full. And you can see that I might need to, well, see, it speeds up after a little while, so. But yeah, we could definitely use like an extra acceleration card in there. I don't know, we'll see when this is finally running. So that, then that, obviously, it's like a whole bunch of extra cells, but I think we can do that. And then is it like a 1 or something? Methane empty cell. Did I not hook this up? Nope, it is not hooked up to power. Usually I whack it with the portal scanner. I would have seen that. Alright. I gotta see what happens. So we'll extract, insert with the priority, same thing with the carbon dust, and then the rest in there. Obviously, we could put some things on there. And then I guess we could, we'll do a different color. Yeah, I just basically need to fill everything up with the empty cells, and that way they can't go anywhere they're not supposed to because everything's completely full. And that should go back in there. Alright, that wasn't as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. Feels kind of bad that I have like so many empty cells. Alright, I think I like that. There we go. We got our... I guess just that just basically needs to be full. So it continues to stock that and that. Alright, I'll let that run. It seems that actually seems to be fine. I have gone ahead and turned this stuff off because now I think we are... I think we're good. I don't think we need this anymore. This was oxygen and hydrogen. Now we are producing it different way, so we can finally break all this down. I do need to resort this out, though. Just realizing our ammonia and nitrogen, we're feeding this from this setup. So, all right, before I break this whole thing down, I need to craft up some export buses. Yeah. I'll probably move that down one. And then export bus on those. And then I need to figure out our nitrogen as well. All right. I was going to empty these out, but I'll leave these two tanks because we need the nitric acid for our fuel. As we know, the cetane boosted diesel. But all right. I think that is pretty good. Oh, also I finally built out the ceiling here to keep the water a little bit farther away, but all right, I think I like that. And then I turned that off because I was thinking I would be draining out the oxygen. Actually, I think we'll be... Yeah, let me turn that... I'm going to turn that off and then sort that stuff out, I think, right now. And then I can transfer all that oxygen over here. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.